time out on the first two special stages this morning, taking every advantage he could to stay in front.
I feel like I've done the right things, you know, navigated well and put the bike in the right spot and put myself in the right spot all week.
Luke Hayes started the morning 30 seconds behind Bo Hendricks, but he closed the gap to Mike 40, finishing right behind him on the opening stage to lay claim to third outright.
First stage was really good. A bit of rain last night, so there was a bit of moisture in the sand, made it really fun to ride. Nice and fast and free-flowing sort of terrain, and yeah, just having a ball and trying to make up a bit of ground.
I caught up to Jacob this morning and got stuck in his dust, and then Luke caught me during that, so then same again in that second one. Caught up to Jacob and Luke caught me, and then we ended up having a bit of a fight there, passing each other back and forth.
Whatever the main event outcome, the Hendricks family battle looks sure to fall in his favour.
Yeah, I probably won't beat the boys in front of me, but I reckon with Dad and Toby I've got them, so that'll be a good talking point.
Michael Denham streaked across the new 100km Warrenanga stage, first home but not fastest. That honour to John Pursehouse.
The bolt broke on the trailing arm. The axle moved back and damaged the canister on the shock, and it's been leaking, so it's not actually working. It's just every time you do a left-hand corner, the back right drops down and feels like it's dropping into a hole. But we still did fastest time last stage, so that's all right.
Starting fifth outright, the South African Ranger pilot was chasing down fellow Western Australian Rob Herridge to secure a better finishing position. Separating him on the road was Phil Lovett in the stretch buggy, but a flat tyre and several closed gates today would prove the difference.
Well, they are a feature of today. There was about 6 in the first stage, and my co-driver Sam is the world's worst gate opener. But having said that, we caught the buggy at one of the gates, and he pulled up and we pulled up behind him, but he pulled up too close and he couldn't get the gate open, so he had to back up, we had to back up. It was a comedy of errors.
Well, I misjudged. I parked a little too close to the gate, and he's got to drive it through for me. Well, I get out and open it, and I couldn't open it because we were too close, and I couldn't get him to put it into reverse. And
Warren Denham helped their cause when he parked the Triton up in the middle of the first stage. The Subaru pilot was now in striking distance of the podium. Pursehouse could also sniff the same spot, and the Subaru seemed a manageable target. But Herridge wasn't having a bar of it, pushing the Subaru to the limits.
Once you drop back into the field, it's very difficult to claw your way up because you're pretty well stuck at their speed, and sometimes you're struggling to match their speed. And certainly hard to make an impression, enough of an impression to get past in the dust. So we fell back a few days ago, but we're back up a bit now.
Just one stage stood between the Honda and victory, but this rally has thrown everything at competitors. And despite the drought conditions, the motos got rain in the final stages of the event. Smith hung on for the win.
The rain came in over there and made it a little bit more tricky, but happy to make it to the end. I didn't go crazy today. I just did what I had to do, and pretty happy to take the win.
The defending champ was magnanimous in defeat about the gesture to help his opponent.
That's how it is in rally, like someone else would have towed him in, or he could have got in somewhere else, so I might as well tow him in, get him back early for a cuppa. Now he owes me a beer.
A well-deserved third from late charging Luke Hayes, despite a moment in the last stage.
Had a big cartwheel through a fence, just came out of nowhere. It was sort of like at the top of the hill there was a paddock corner, and just I was a little bit off with my ISO. Came in a bit too hot and just straight through it and over the bars. But
Bo Hendricks settled for fourth, but collected the family trophy.
Got a bit wet there towards the end, it was a bit slippery, so awesome fun.
What about Luke? Where was he starting on you?
Oh, he was right behind me. I couldn't shake him, but no, he's done real well.
Our lone Kiwi was ecstatic to complete his first safari.
I don't know if it's the sugar at lunchtime or the Nurofen.
well done.
Oh, mate,
well done.
My brain was spaghetti. I'm glad it's over.
Had a good time?
Oh, mate, it was absolutely fantastic.
Nothing much changed in the autos. Michael Denham holding on to his lead from yesterday to win in the big trophy truck. Jason Noonan settled for a credible second in the naturally aspirated Jimco buggy with some consistent driving. The battle for third went to Rob Herridge, a worthy comeback from his early issues that looked likely to keep him off the podium.
Well, Perthhouse has been going like a jet all day, and we've been knocking our car around trying to match him or stay close. But we had the misfortune of catching the Jimco buggy struggling along, and in his dust for kilometre after kilometre eventually we made a mistake through impatience and clouded a big hole and did a lot of damage to our car. I'm sure I've bent the arms and clapped the suspension, but hopefully we've done enough to stay in front of Perthhouse.
Well, that's it for the Sunraysia Safari Rally for 2018. Just the formalities tonight in Wentworth, home of these two mighty rivers, the Murray and the Darling, and now home to an event destined to become a permanent fixture on the Australian motorsport calendar. See you all again next year.